waiting to reset my hours. I'm sorry for the ask. Like, I just got out of the shower and it got me good and clean. The water was really hard, and with my skin, sorry about that, with my skin texture, if the water's too hard, it just dries me out. I don't know if it's what's the word I'm looking for, eczema or what, but hard water really dries me out. So I typically, this is the city I like to sleep in whenever I go to El Paso. That's where I'm coming back from, El Paso. And usually when I get to the store, it's just a drop and hook, basically, where the trailer that I'm bringing in, I drop it off, hook up to another trailer and leave. But this particular time, and I was there early, I was there an hour early. I don't know if it's because it's like right after the holidays, maybe business is a little slow, I'm not sure. So yeah, I need a retwist bad, so stay tuned for that. Oh, but anyway, so what I was saying, I get to the store and it's not that many people there working or shopping, which is good and bad, because typically this is the hardest store for me, because most Costco's are in a whole location by themselves, meaning it's usually, if it's stuff around it, it's not in the proximity. Usually it's Costco's and that's it, their gas station and whatnot. This one is next to a major chain of stores. Like, it's in a shopping center, strip mall. It's also a Dave & Buster's and a movie theaters. So it's always traffic, people zipping. And it's just, it makes it difficult when you're trying to back a semi-trailer into a dock. The dock is really tight too. You have to try your best to get into the dock straight as possible and avoid hitting people walking and hitting people trying to cut around you or cut through the parking lot to get to Dave & Buster's, the other stores, or the movie theaters. So I wind up making like yard moves for them. So the dock they wanted me to go to, it was open, dock number 2. They have 4 docks. So I bag into dock number 2, slide my wheels to the back, chock the wheels, and they said, hey, can you help us out? Can you move this trailer to dock 4? He's almost done with it. I'm like, okay, sure. And at that time, I had some time, so I'm like, okay, yeah. And this store is always good to me, so I'm like, I don't mind. So, and then it wasn't that much traffic either, so I was like, yeah. But if it was like normal when I get there, because normally I'm coming down here on a Thursday or Friday, you know, people are off, people want to have fun, spend money. So I'm like, I would have been like, nah, man, because CDL is already on the line. I can't risk it just making moves and whatnot. But I went ahead and did it. So I moved the first trailer, and then they asked me to move another trailer to where that one was at, and I did that. So next, like, oh, then go to dock 4. That one should be empty. So I remember, should. So I always perform a pre-trip, and you should always pre-trip whenever you're picking something up, because you may think it's empty, but it's not. So typically what I do, especially if it's not a seal. I tend, because I'm walking around, I'm making sure my clearance lights, my skirt and everything, it looks good, my cross members and all that good stuff, the frame, and of course the crank arm for landing gear. I check that first, and as I'm doing that, I go boom, boom, boom. You know, like when you're at home, you may not know, if you ever put up a picture or a TV, you tap the wall, listening if it's hollow, listening if you hear something. Usually that's the old school way of doing it, find the stud. Now you have the little machines. But anyway, so I'm boom, 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 boom. I'm like, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, this don't sound hollow. So of course it was backed all the way. It was to the back. It was like 3 trailers. So I'm digging trailers out just to get to this one, and I'm moving, I'm shuffling them around. So I move it all the way up, and I get to the point where I can open up the doors, and lo and behold, it's full. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, man, I did all this work. So I get out the truck, I go back in, I'm like, hey, trailer number, and I tell them trailer number. I'm like, man, it has stuff in it. And it's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's stuff in it. And I made sure I took a picture. And he said, oh, okay, well, we'll come out, we'll send a manager out there to take a look. And, you know, I didn't get mad or feel some type of way. It's their procedure. So that took 15 minutes. And I'm like, I'm looking at my clock. I'm like, man, I made all these moves. Normally I'm in and out of here maybe under 5 minutes. Now I'm looking at like 30 minutes of being here, because I'm trying to be, you know, nice and helpful, but that's 30 minutes taken off of my time to drive. So they finally, after like 15 to 20 minutes, a manager comes out and, hey, I'm so sorry, will you mind putting this one? So I'm thinking something is wrong with dock 4. So like they use it to store trailers, but I'm guessing because it's a little plate that they use, it extends out, it attaches to the back of the trailer and allows a forklift operator to go in and out. So I'm thinking something's wrong with 4, because honestly I've never seen them use 4, and it's always stuff in front of it. So he was like, I know I'm probably cutting into your time, and I had to look on my face like, yeah, you are. He said, do you mind moving this one, and the one that you brought in, we'll take care of that one ASAP, and it shouldn't take no more than 10 minutes, and you can just take the one that you brought in. So that's what I'm doing. So it went from being a drop and hook to a live unload, basically. And it's a good thing that it happened, because it gave me more confidence, because at first I was like, man, I'm not moving all these trailers. It's dark out here. People are walking. People are cutting through this parking lot than the normal customers of Costco's. But I moved like 6 trailers, and I did it pretty good and effectively. And I'm proud of myself. Didn't hit anything, didn't hit nobody. And yeah, so I know I can do it if need be in the dark. So that's the moral of the story. Just checking, pre-tripping. Don't just pre-trip your tractor, also pre-trip your trailer. And I'm gonna show you a good reason to pre-trip anytime you with my company, and it might be at other companies, but definitely my company. You better pre-trip that trailer. I'm gonna show you right now. Hold on. So it's gonna be a little bright. Saw that 14 foot. So you definitely, when you with my team, don't assume it's 13.6. Make sure you check your trailers. I'm gonna show you one more time. And I always come, I'm always checking my handle. I usually come and I make sure I push that, make sure it's in, and then I also go under, like so. And I make sure that the kingpin is fully wrapped around the locking jaws, and I see the bar. crucial that you do that. I do this every time. I might not do the best pre-trips, but I always check my trailer height. I check my release arm, and I check and make sure I'm still secured. And of course, while you're back here, you might as well check your airbags and your mud flaps. I check my skirt. And I come back here and make sure nobody got over on me and cut my lines. So I check these. I am air ride. So instead of the bar, I have the push button because I'm air ride. Yeah. Those are like the major things I always check. Of course, I check my tractor too, but I always check my trailer height. Check my release arm handle. Make sure it's pushed in whenever I'm at a truck stop or even at a rest area. I mean, I just always do that. I check the, make sure I'm still secured. Check my airlines. I check my my pins. So you definitely do that because, like I said, you may think it's 13.6, and then you also got a trip plan too. Let me get out of the sun so y'all can see me. So basically, getting back to what I was saying, make sure you're doing a pre-trip. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't have to be 30 minutes. I know most companies prefer 30 minutes, but you gotta check the basics to make sure that you're recovering yourself from any liabilities, any tickets. So you definitely want to check underneath your hood. You want to, and these are just things that I do. I check underneath my hood every day. I'm checking for leaks. I'm checking my belts, making sure that my belts are not loose. I'm making sure that my levels are where they're supposed to be, because this is the winter months, so you definitely want to do that. So check your oil. Like I said, it don't have to be thorough, but check your oil, check your radiator fluid, check your power steering fluid. Those are crucial. You got to check those, and your windshield wiper fluid. Check those. You want to make sure your clearance lights are working. You want to make sure that you have lights, period. Turn signals, flashers, they come in handy. So make sure you're checking that stuff. I check my tires. I also check suspension. So it sounds like and it doesn't take 30 minutes. Mine usually take 15. I check my suspension. I'm checking my my leaf springs. I'm checking my shock absorbers. I'm checking my brake pads. I'm checking everything. My brake chamber. I check that because I don't want something to happen and I'm at fault and negligent because I just thought I was too good or just too lazy to get out and check. And then, like I said, check that trailer. Now, I will say, when I'm not coming to El Paso, I still check, but I know most of the time when I come to El Paso, I'm going to have a 14-footer. But when I'm going other places, they're 13.6, but I still check. And then you have to trip plan because if you don't, and you have this 14-footer and you thinking about going to a particular restaurant, or even like when I came here, I had to check to make sure I could even make it, because a lot of these bridges, not the ones on the interstate or the highway, but the ones when you get off, they're like 13.6 and sometimes lower. But I checked because my normal rest area where I usually sleep at, it was packed. And it's because I left so late from El Paso. So when I got there was no place to even create a space over there without, you know, blocking people in. I'm not that type of driver. So everybody pretty much asleep. I pull out my Rand McNally and I'm looking. I'm like, okay, where's the next truck stop? And I'm looking and seeing if there's any restrictions for my truck. I'm looking at height restrictions. And I saw this one, and I was just hoping and praying that it was some parking, and it was, as you see, because I'm in the spot. So yeah, it's just this video was really about me reviewing. I'm gonna start doing that, reviewing different truck stops, I've never been to a Road Ranger, and I will come back and I will go to other ones if I see them, because this was nice. Staff was nice. The shower was awesome. Outside the water being very hot and hard, and you probably say, what is hard water? That's when I'm trying to think. It's and this is just my definition of hard water, where it's so many materials that in your normal drinking water that you have to make that water pleasant to taste. This one, they had most of those removed. So this is strictly to clean you. It's not to drink or anything like that. And usually, like the water at my home, I have what's called a water softening system, and little crystals that you put in to help keep the pH balance level. And that way, my skin is able to keep some moisture in it when I'm cleaning myself. Because with not, I mean, it's dark in here now, but you saw my hand earlier. I would look like ash, basically, because the hard water dries my skin out. So yeah, this was supposed to be a review on the Road Ranger, and I gave it a 10. A 10. Lots of parking. They even have spaces for, because when I came in, they're gone now. You know that when you see the trucks that pass you on the interstate, they say wide load or whatever. They have big spaces for them, designated just for them. And so that's cool. Most truck stops that I've been to, it's your typical 53-footer parking. I've never seen one where they have spaces for the big, the wide load ones and stuff like that. That's cool. I believe they have 15 showers here. That was cool. I'm kind of stuck here until probably maybe 11 or 12, so I will go back in and check out. They have a Subway, they have their own in-house restaurant, and they have a Wendy's. So I'm just tired of eating my truck food, honestly. I get burnt out on eating my truck food, so at least once, sometimes twice a week before I go home, I might spoil myself and eat something out. But typically I just eat off my truck. And the truck is not up to par to really show you the truck. I usually clean 3 times a week, in the beginning, in the middle, and then right before I go home. So I'm getting ready to go home, go home and do my reset. My anniversary is this week. Oh yeah, 16 wonderful years with an amazing woman. It's more than 16 if you include us dating in high school. But yeah, she supports me in everything I do. She gives me the strength to do this stuff and not to be afraid when I'm out here. And she's awesome. So I don't know what we're gonna do, but I will figure it out. Because honestly, I didn't know if I was gonna get the day off, because I'm new here, and it was like pulling teeth to get people to explain to me how do I go about requesting the day off. Because I just really wanted the one day off. Cause that's, you know, special to me. It means something to me, and I'm not trying to get paid for the day. I just want to take it off without, you know, getting in any trouble for turning down a load or whatever. And I still never was fully explained the process. When I was with my other company, it was cut and dry and explained. Whatever day you want, 2 weeks in advance, request that day, allow them to see if they're able to accommodate you, and let them know when you're coming back. And it was an app with with them. You have to call, send emails. I was told that there was an area on the tablet, and that is true. It's an area on the tablet where I can request a day, but it doesn't tell me if I got approved. So y'all gotta work on that. It's all about being transparent. You want us transparent, you gotta be transparent too. So yeah, I know how to put the day in to request a day off, but as far as knowing if it was approved, I don't know. At least on the driver's end. I had one person show me how to do it as if I was a 9-to-5 person, which is cool, and it's pretty streamlined and straightforward, and it lets them know if they got it off or not. But for a driver, I think they got to do better with the process. And it may be, you know, it was explained, because when I started back in October the 30th, so I've been here almost a month, and I'm gonna do a month review of what I really think about the company. I will do a month review, but I started in October. It was a 4-day like crash course of information, and I'm gonna go into that on my review. I'll say that for the next one. But anyways, thank you all for watching, listening to these videos. They will get better as I get finally buy me an updated GoPro camera, and I get the different devices mounts where I can mount where I want to mount and give the good shots. The videos will get more entertaining. The mount I have now, I don't know what it is about this side mirror. That's usually where I put it when I was with the other company on my other trucks. This one, it'll stick for a few seconds and then it'll just fall. And luckily I have an outer box for my phone, and my GoPro camera is full with like personal stuff on it. So I would use the GoPro, but it's full, and I still have to go through and see what I want to keep and what I don't before I can. And I still need mouse for that, so I can't use that. So all these videos you guys been watching have been on my phone, and I do plan on buying a GoPro and more mounts and giving you guys better videos, at least to my standards, better videos. And then of course a tour of the truck too. This is a 2022 Freightliner Cascadia. Yeah, so stay tuned for the month of my monthly review of this company, and from a dedicated perspective. I'm not OTR, I am dedicated regional. So that's gonna be the view that you're gonna get from me. I can ask one of my homeboys. He came from the other company. He started Monday, and it was cool. I ran into him while he was his first day orientation. Just wished him well, welcomed him over, and he's doing OTR. So if he's comfortable doing it, I can ask him, see if he want to be on. You can hear about both our experiences with Swift. Me personally, y'all know what type of driver leader I had and fleet leader I had. He had a different fleet lead, driver leader, and I believe fleet leader as well. And honestly, I wish I had his. His driver leader was giving him miles. He was making miles. So we got to hear from him though why he ultimately left. I wasn't trying to force him to leave. We still stayed in contact. Me and him, we went to driver school together. We were in Top Gun together. So, you know, we boys. So I just told him what's going on with me and what's happening with me here. So I did not bash the company to get him to come over here. I just told him what I was going through, and you know, what type of miles I'm getting and the type of checks I'm getting. So stay tuned for those videos. Appreciate you all watching these videos, and until the next one.